away at Bayern Munich, and we see their starting 11 up on the screen, led by the central defender Jamie Schulders, one of the international players, having played for youth level German under-16s to 19s. He's made 25 appearances this season, regular, consistent, and also up top for RB Leipzig, the number 9, the danger man, Samba Konate. He's been compared with the former Eintracht Frankfurt and now Liverpool French international Hugo Ekitike. He's certainly one to keep an eye on. He's also made his appearance for the senior squad of RB Leipzig. Excuse me, the second youngest player, in fact, to debut for the main side. And he's been in great goal scoring form. 19 goals this season for the France-Senegal player. Hamburger SV, well, they've had their struggles this season, but they have shown gritty resolve as well. They've made it through. They scraped through, finishing 4th to make it into this knockout round. And they're led by the captain, Liam Akyildiz, the central midfielder. And there's also just a 4th appearance of this season for the centre-back Shafiq Nanja. Alongside him, Noah Adekunle in central defence, who has been a stalwart. 20th appearance today for him. Up top, Yildirim and Barkowski. They were goal scorers in that vital win against Energie Cottbus last time out as well. And Hamburger SV say it's been a wild ride. They've gone down to the wire numerous times. Last time I saw them, they managed to get 2 stoppage time goals to overturn Stuttgart. They won 3-2. Unbelievable finish to the game. It was harsh on Stuttgart, but what a performance it was from the Hamburger Sportverein. The introduction of Jason Bissi Muel changed that completely. The tall centre-back, he came on and then provided assists for Had Najev and Akyildiz. And they managed to turn that one around. They had to, in fact, win that game, otherwise they would have been eliminated. And they've just been fighting and continually coming up with the goods. Referee today, 24-year-old Felix Thiemann. And the assistants, Maron Arendts and Oliver Kahn. 4th official today, Max Goronzi. Well, the Hamburger Sportverein, they were almost perfect in the preliminary round of the DFB youth season. 11 wins, 1 draw. They got off to a good start as well in the main round with a 3-0 win against Ulm. And then Oliver Krause's team went on a losing streak, and they managed to turn it around at the end of the day. They got the job done, and they had to win last time, and they did. 3-1 against Energie Cottbus to make it through here. And Sebastian Heidinger's RB Leipzig, they've been doing very well. They've been flying, they've been banging in the goals. Oliver Werner as well, the head coach of the senior side, said the team's had a very good season. It's been a lot of individual development, and he was pleased with the coaching staff, the entire youth department. Can RB Leipzig go on and get a win here today against a very gritty and tough and steely Hamburger Sportverein? You have to say that RB Leipzig probably should be the favourites. They topped their group in the preliminary round and in the main round as well. They finished on 20 points from 10 games, 6 wins in the main round. Finished ahead of Kaiserslautern, Hannover 96 and Bayern Munich. And head-to-head, well, they've not faced each other this season, obviously. But in the past, 8 wins for RB Leipzig, 2 draws, 6 losses for RB Leipzig. 6 wins for Hamburger SV. And we're underway here. Perfect conditions, 23 degrees, temperatures rising to 27, spring-like. with some around the corner, and we are into the playoffs. And it's Hamburg in the blue, and Leipzig on the attack here straight away in the red and white. So Leipzig with Hanschmann in goal. Kutcher. Al-Khalaf playing number 7. Shoulders. Konate's in there. The number 9. Langsteiner number 14. Muller 15. Ngachu number 17. Lionel Wufak as well, left back. He's been absolutely consistent. Played the most minutes this season for Leipzig. As we see Konate spreading the ball out to the right-hand side. And Leipzig on the front foot from the get-go. It's headed up. And then the goalkeeper collects it. Emmanuel Johnson in goal for Hamburger SV today. Hamburg also have Fernando Dickers, a former RB Leipzig player, in goal. Oh, there's a possibility he's out injured at the moment with a shoulder injury. So Emmanuel Johnson in goal for Hamburg. Say on this near side, Lionel Wufak, the left back, 18 years of age. Germany and Cameroon roots. 29 appearances this season, and the most minutes, over 2,000 minutes of football he's played this season. A lot of strength and depth in this RB Leipzig side. Also the midfielder, Mads Brücker, attacking midfielder, one to keep your eye on. Good ball forwards. Goes out of play though. First stretch of the legs for Mehmet Yildirim. Leipzig with the ball again now as they build up down the right-hand side. So it's a full day of football action for the under-19s. Kaiserslautern facing Energie Cottbus, Köln against Bayern Munich. Bochum versus Hannover. Hoffenheim, Schalke. Mainz, Augsburg. Heidenheim, Bayer Leverkusen. Wolfsburg against Paderborn. Those are the games being played this weekend. And those are the 16 teams that are all vying for the crown this year. And Hamburg, they've been resilient, well organised. And this is a side that might just thrive in knockout football. They know how to seize their moments. They don't always dominate football games, but they take their chances. Nanja now. Taking on Wufak and doing well. Still going. The attacker cuts it back and it's the opener for Hamburg. Well, there they are. Well, it's been ruled out. The linesman, the assistant referee, has judged that ball to have gone over the line in the build-up. There's an absolutely scintillating run from Kelvin Ojo. Tricking his way through the defence. What a big moment. And did it cross the line? That's the question. Big talking point. Kelvin Ojo with just 4 goals this season. More of the player to provide assists. Well, action right from the get-go. That's what I mean about Hamburg. When they turn it on, they can hurt any defense, as Stuttgart found out. Nodded back to the keeper. And Leipzig, nothing to fear. They've really come through the group stages with flying colours. They've gone toe-to-toe with some of the best teams at this level. Got good results, got wins against Bayern Munich as well as that 3-3 draw. Hamburg repel the latest attack, and now they switch into counter-attacking mode. That's a good ball from Ojo. Yildirim cutting back inside. Nanja. Vuvak tracing him, Yildirim now. Again, good feet from him. Goes down in the penalty area. Wasn't too much contact. Just felt slight bit of contact there, but the referee not awarding a penalty. Felix Thiemann had a good look at it. Let's have a look at it as well in the replay. It was the trailing foot of the defender. Yasako. And here we see again, did the ball cross the line here? Well, it would have been early on, or there in fact, with the very last kick of the ball. Good start from Hamburg. Pressing Leipzig in this final third. High energy start. HSV say flirted with disaster. Their hopes for the season. They've gone down to the wire on numerous occasions. And write them off at your own peril. You feel that there would have been, or might be, a bit of a contrast in styles today. Leipzig, the home side. We expect them to dominate the ball. But it's not the case in the opening 8 minutes or so. Leipzig, balls through. This is dangerous. It's with Konate. Konate's been clipped, and the referee's right there. Reaches for the pocket. It's a yellow card. And Jason Dean Bissimuel might be a little bit relieved there. He was the last offender. Hangs out a leg. Shafiq Nanja was getting back as well. Perhaps it wasn't a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. The referee feeling that there was enough support in Hamburg's defence there. However, it has left RB Leipzig in a good position here. Free kick on the edge of the D. It's certainly a mouth-watering position for a free kick. Mads Brucker, the number 23, stands there. And it's up and it's over the wall. Good whip on the ball from Johan Ngachu, the left winger, showing he can hit the ball with his left foot. If anything, the free kick just a little bit close to the penalty area. It's always difficult when you're on the edge of the penalty area to get the ball up and down again, especially if you want to put any kind of pace on it. But that's certainly the type of attacking identity of RB Leipzig we've come to get used to. They certainly can punish any kind of overcommitment from Hamburg. Really crucial opening phase of the game. Hamburg have started well, as have Leipzig as well. It's been quite even so far in the first 11 minutes. That's a good ball out. Sekou plays it back. Leipzig starting to squeeze Hamburg now. Good touch. Good ball forwards as well from Jamie Shoulders. Shoulders going up against his opposite number 8, Kelvin Ojo. Great duel there, great tussle. Well, here we see again Kelvin Ojo's run down the byline. It's right here. Very difficult to see from that angle. Impossible from the replay really to say whether it was in or out. But the decision is all that matters, and it's gone the way of RB Leipzig, and this is strong running from Konate. Konate tries to bend it in, much to the frustration of his teammates, but he backs himself to score, as he has done 19 times this season. Only the eyes for goal. Wasn't too far away. Say the 1.90 m right-footed Samba Konate. Came from Marseille. That's where he was playing his football before moving to RB Leipzig back in July 2025. Sent long, cleared away from Hamburg to relieve the pressure on their goal. Dominic Kaiser, the head of the career centre at RB Leipzig, was also praising Konate, saying he works hard off the ball, disciplined in his pressing, brings a lot of depth to the game, speed and physicality. Said he's a down-to-earth guy with a lot of potential. Relatively raw and needs further polishing. So he has also played for the French under-17 side as well. Oh, it's a good cross to the back stick. Gachu was there. Samba Konate making his appearance against Frankfurt at the age of 16 years, 9 months, 9 days. Third youngest competitive debutant for RB Leipzig ever, after Sydney Reibiger. And also Vigo Gable, who is out injured at the moment, I believe. Another top player for RB Leipzig's under-19s. Not on the bench today. Din Klapia is, though, for RB Leipzig, another top goal scorer, the number 29. We might see him later on for Sebastian Heidinger's side. No foul on Konate. Shoulders tidies up at the back with the header. First 15 minutes and RB Leipzig haven't had it all their own way. Not been able to dictate the tempo and dictate all the action so far. Hamburg got to keep their structure their discipline, their organisation. Bodies behind the ball here as RB Leipzig look down the left-hand side. Slightly overrun, thumped away. And Hamburg have a bit of space in the middle of the park. Good ball forwards. Dangerous situation now. The Blues 3 against 3. It's fired over the crossbar. Off target on the counter-attack. Decent effort though. On the transition, Leipzig caught out of position slightly. So a slight slip at the end, just as he was taking the shot there. Mehmet Yildirim just losing his balance. The back pass from Alakunla. Hamburg again, pick it up. Good feet from Jonas Finn Hartig, the number 10. And a yellow card shown to Hannes Müller. So yellow card for Müller. And Jason Dean Bissimuel also on a yellow. Deep free kick into the box, and it goes all the way through. We saw then a little glimpse of Jonas Finn Hartig, the number 10, attacking midfielder. 5 goals in 21 appearances, likes to, well, is the key, the link between the midfield and the attack. Oh, it's a very good touch and a chance for the opener, and it's onto the roof of the net. Tony Langsteiner breaking into the box in midfield. The run wasn't picked up. Lovely first touch with the outside of the boot. There we see even the back of the boot as well. Got in behind the defence, and it's agonisingly close to the opener. How about that first touch there? And there's just a bit too much on it as he tries to lift it over Emmanuel Johnson. Couple of chances now for RB Leipzig. Langsteiner's lob. And Gachu's free kick, the best opportunities so far for the home side. Good goalkeeping from Hanschmann. RB Leipzig guilty of giving the ball away a few times. A little bit sloppy with possession, and then they're caught on the back foot. Trying to move the ball quickly forwards, but they've given it away. Alakunla. Bissimuel. Strong running. Nanja, the 19-year-old. Tall, athletic figure. Yildirim. This is good play. Good football from Hamburg. Oh, good running from the defender. Shafiq Nanja showing what he can do at the other end of the pitch as well. Just his 5th appearance of the season. And he is perhaps a real good addition to Hamburg's side. Try and shore up that defence and also pose more questions at the other end. Good corner, just over Nanja's head. Dinked back in, and this time Nanja's there again, and he does get his head on it. But he can't direct it downwards. And a big chance for Hamburg. Spurned at the other end. Well, very much the player in the spotlight right now. The number 5, Shafiq Nanja. All the pressure now from Hamburg. Leipzig's defence is creaking. And there's been no shortage of goal-mouth incidents in the first 22 minutes. Now Hamburg with the in-swinger. Goes all the way through to the back post. It's another header and it's tipped over. Again, Shafiq Nanja. He must be thinking, what do I have to do to score? The header won at the back post, sent back in, and it's a fine save from Franz Ferdinand Hanschmann. Well-directed header from Nanja. They play it short, 2-on-1 situation. It's deflected. Hanschmann's underneath it, and he commands the box well. Tries to set up RB Leipzig on the counter-attack. It's over the top, and suddenly it's a 1-on-1 situation with the goalkeeper. An excellent goalkeeping at the other end. 2 goalkeepers very much involved and on point at the moment. Emmanuel Johnson there, sweeper keeper. I looked for one moment that Kanate was going to be through on goal. Vertical football, just a simple ball over the top. Hamburg's backline getting caught out, but Samba Konate's pace is absolutely lethal. And after 23 minutes, we'll have a drinks break here. Hot conditions, sunny, 23 degrees in Saxony. That's Kotterweg. Coming to you live from the trainings centre. I'm Kotterweg. And this, the knockout round of 16 in the German Championships under-19s football. Plenty of action in the opening stage of the game. Kelvin Ojo, his cutback was deemed to be out of play. Hamburg putting the ball into the back of the net early on, but ruled out, and then RB Leipzig with the response. Johan Ngachu's free kick just clearing the crossbar. That was then RB Leipzig's best phase of the game. Langsteiner darting inside to the box and lobbing the goalkeeper, but clearing the post as well after 19 minutes. And now we just saw Shafiq Nanja with a couple of chances. The header from close range off target, but then another one just moments later. A good save from Hanschmann. So 0-0 the score, and a reminder, if it is still a draw at 90 minutes, we'll go into extra time, 30 minutes, 15 minutes a half, and then dreaded penalties. A long way to go until we see if that is going to become a reality or not. So Hamburg now playing out from the back. They send it long to Johnson. Nodded back. Nanya. Yildirim. Oh, good feet from him. Lovely touch. Mehmet Yildirim clips it forwards for Ojo, but scampering back and getting into position is Vufak. Leipzig coming forwards. Hamburg sticking with two forward attackers. Clever ball through from Shoulders. It's round the corner. Kanate takes a touch. It forces him wide. Clips it back in. Stood up at the back post. It comes as far as the number 3 who takes a shot. Matthias Kutscher for the home side. All the pace taken out of it on the deflection. Shoulders has left it. Yildirim has it. And then Shoulders stabs it out of play. 1, 2, 3 passes from Leipzig was enough to carve open Hamburg. It'd be a little bit concerning for Hamburg there, how easily that Leipzig got into their box. Got into a decent position. Nanya. Yildiz. And it's out for a goal kick. Mads Brucker. Shoulders. Vufak. Good play. Vufak into the box, and it's a goal for RB Leipzig. They do find the breakthrough. Tony Langsteiner, he missed a chance earlier on, but he makes amends in the 29th minute. Lovely football. Starting on the outside there. Intrepid from Hannes Müller. Took the chance to try and break through the press and find the ball out to this near side. And then Vufak's pass had all the quality on it, and Tony Langsteiner hits the back of the net. He scores a lot of goals, the central midfielder. This one is 11th of the season. In his 27th appearance is a good return for a midfielder. 4 assists to his name this season as well. Here we see it, a nice angle. Hamburg, no one on this near side. RB Leipzig stretching the pitch and then pouring forwards. The midfield really breaking into the box, and Hamburg don't follow them, and they are punished. The overload in the penalty area. And Hamburg's defence just overloaded. Sheer numbers in that attack. And the quality of the passes. And Hamburg have shipped a lot of goals this season. They've always found a way to get back into the game when it came down to the wire. Can they find a way against RB Leipzig here today again? They're coming up against the table toppers and RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig, winners of the North-Northeast. Against the 4th place team in the North. Well, Hamburg have been pretty disciplined at the back, but the breakthrough. Excellent football from RB Leipzig. And it started on that far side with Hannes Müller. Quickly taken too quickly for the referee's liking. Felix Thiemann bringing them back. Mads Brooker with the free kick. 32 minutes on the clock. RB Leipzig with the lead. And plenty of players, lots of red and white shirts in the penalty area. Stood up towards the penalty area. It's a nice touch in the end from the defender. Nanya gets it away and Yildirim gets there behind Vufak. Hamburg win it back now. And it's quickly taken off Finn Barkowski. Not many options ahead of him there. Hamburg made the strong start. Tried to catch Leipzig cold, which they did, in all fairness to them. Just a millimetre or two deciding the outcome of that early opportunity for Hamburg. Since then, Leipzig have grown into the game. Shoulders cutting inside. Ojo holding him. Again, those number 8s going head to head. And Felix Thiemann having words with the captain, Jamie Shoulders, who vented his frustration being held there. Shoulders, diagonal ball over the top. Here's a very good ball, and the goalkeeper came out, Emmanuel Chugwoody Johnson. Both players going for the ball. Good ball from Shoulders and Abdul Al Khalaf. Haven't seen too much of him on that far side so far. He's also a dangerous player. Plays as a second striker, number 7. 7 goals this season for the number 7. Abdul Al Khalaf. One up and under. Goes through to the goalkeeper, who is on the edge of his penalty area, but not outside of it. And Leipzig taking their time now. Game just going into a bit of a lull after that intense beginning. 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Shoulders. Back to Hanchman. Shoulders again. Hamburg a little bit loath to commit too many players up top. They know the pace of the front three for RB Leipzig. It's crisp passing. Leipzig really making those triangles work for them. Knocking the ball well, moving into space. And this one, right on the edge of the penalty area. Surprised there weren't more shouts from the Hamburg players there. Kutcher throws it down the line. On the blue and white of Hamburg. Fizzed into Ojo. This is better passing now from Hamburg. They've got themselves into a promising position. Ball to the byline. Little flick back from Barkowski. Doesn't come off, but nice idea. Nanya. And Ojo. Ojo taking on Vufak. Clipped in. It's all the way over. A little touch from Kutcher. He does very well. Scampers across to collect the ball and send it long. A little push in the back from Kunle. No foul given. And now the foul goes against RB Leipzig. Oh, good defending, in fact. Johan and Gachu. And another foul. Leipzig working hard, and there's a yellow card there being shown to the captain. Shoulders just a little bit too vocal. Jamie Shoulders, the captain, complained very vocally, vociferously to the referee on the foul on him. And here a lot of passion. It's a key game. It's knockout football. It's competitive, fiercely competitive. And the young players have got to not let their emotions get the better of them. Can't boil over. Can't pick up silly yellow cards, and even worse, a red. RB Leipzig have got themselves a free kick. Say Leipzig have been shading the midfield battle so far. Long diagonal. Shoulders underneath it. Shoulders is clattered. RB Leipzig recycle it. Twisting and turning, trying to find a way through, but then it's gone out there for a throw-in for RB Leipzig. Brooker's ball in. A bit of holding going on. I think it's a fair header. Bissi-Moel going up for the header. Both players entitled to go for that. A long throw. Tossed into the penalty area, and then there's a push spotted by the referee. Five minutes remaining in this first half. Can Hamburg carve out an opportunity, or will we see Leipzig double their lead before the break. Leipzig in control in this tie at the moment. They've had more of the ball, they're playing at home in front of their fans. But this is under-19s football and football in general. Everything can change in a blink of an eye. Kutcher, his pass overhit. Simuel. Shafiq Nanja quickly closed down. In the middle of the park. Good running there. Jan Ngachu getting back. Jonas Finn Hartig putting in the hard yards, the number 10, putting pressure on the goalkeeper, trying to spark something for Hamburg. Hamburg have it. Down the left-hand side. Cleared away. Still the pressure building on Leipzig's goal. Yannick Schwarz leaves it for his teammate. Ak Yildiz trying to flick it over the defender's head, but there's cover and Leipzig send it out of play. Yildirim. Yildirim wins it back. Challenges flying in. Kutcher. They do work it into the penalty area, but only finds a Leipzig defender. Hamburg edge a little bit closer. And the defenders push up a little bit more. In it goes to the penalty area. Leipzig can't get it away. They do win it back on the edge of the penalty area. Now there's a chance for the counter. Jonas Finn Hartig is cut out. And that's given away though. Inviting pressure, and Kanate through on goal, takes a touch and he's offside. Well, very close. Must have been marginal. Wild passage of play. And there's another booking now. Johan Ngachu on that far side, I believe, going into the book. Well, that was the pass into Samba Konate. Well spotted from the assistant. Hamburg trailing, away from home. They've seen it before. They've managed to turn around. Nanja checking back. Shafiq Nanja sends it back to Yildirim. So most of the best attacks have come down this near side for Hamburg, but Leipzig, they want another goal before the break. And breaking forwards is Al Khalaf, and Al Khalaf slots it into the bottom left-hand corner. Well, he takes his chance when it comes to him. Pretty much his first effort on goal to date. And it results with Leipzig's second. And it's a real big sucker punch for Hamburg just before the break. He continues his run. And Ngachu plays it through, one touch from Abdul Khalaf, and then finds the bottom left-hand corner. Emmanuel Johnson can't get near it. Finally taking goal. And Leipzig, 2 goals for them now in this first half. And all the warning signs flashing for Hamburg as they face an exit from the championship into stoppage time in the first half. Leipzig now with that cushion. Hamburg, can they respond immediately? Headed away from the central defender, recycled. Nanya and Ojo. Ojo into the penalty area, rides one challenge. Nanya doesn't want to shoot, Yildirim. And the move breaks down in the end. Just a bit of hesitation from Hamburg, but Leipzig working well. They're keeping it compact. They're cutting off the supply into the middle of the penalty area. Well, here we see the goal again. Threaded pass through, and how about that finish? Inside side netting. A really wonderful display of attacking football from RB Leipzig again. Pretty much Leipzig's first opportunity since scoring through Tony Langsteiner. The 2 excellent goals we've seen so far. And Sebastian Heidinger, his job is almost half done in this game. Be pretty pleased with the first half, his performance from his side. And you feel the next goal is absolutely crucial. 3-0 down. If there is to be another goal, that would be an absolute mountain for Hamburg. At 2, they're not out of this game, but it's definitely advantage RB Leipzig as the teams head into the break. The home side then, 2 goals to the good thanks to Tony Langsteiner's effort in the 29th. So 16 teams remain, and this RB Leipzig side, they were in the under-17s final last season, and they were narrowly beaten. And now this squad, they want to go on. They want to clinch the championship. They want to go a step further and win it an under-19s level. And I tell you what, on the first 45 minutes, they seem like a good shout as well. It's a very strong side, and RB Leipzig have assembled a strong squad. A lot of talent on the bench as well. And they lead through Tony Langsteiner's goal after Vufak had crossed it in. And then Abdul Al-Khalaf made it 2-0 just before the break with a really smartly taken shot. And they have a chance here for a third right from the get-go in the second half. It's the red and white team on the attack. This has to be nodded away, but it's still with Ngachu. Plays it back. Sent in towards the back post, but it's too far from Matters Kucha. Hamburg had their chances. Of course, that goal that was disallowed in the opening minutes. Ojo's cut back. Yildiz had an effort as well, just near the edge of the box, was off balance when he took the shot and was slipping. At the other end, Ngachu's free kick was an excellent one, just clipping the top of the crossbar perhaps. And the best chances for Hamburg falling to their number 5, the player that has also played for the under-21s for Hamburg, Shafiq Nanja. RB Leipzig, though, probing, looking for a third. That really would test the resolve of Hamburg. Would their heads drop if they go further behind? Got to keep it tight and take their opportunities when they come in the second half if they're to stand any chance of progressing into the next round. Schilders, who's on a yellow card, plays it back to Hanschmann. Thumped into the middle of the park. Al Khalaf helps it on, but Hamburg have it. They have a player down. He's getting back to his feet there. Yannick Noah Schwarz temporarily out of position. Also surprising to see that Borussia Dortmund didn't make it through. In Group B, they're traditionally very strong side, under 19s level, finishing in 5th place after 10 games. Very tight group in Group B. Wolfsburg ran away with it. Having said that, 24 points. 8 wins, 2 losses for Wolfsburg, but then Heidenheim, Augsburg, Schalke and Dortmund all extremely close to each other. 15 points and 14 points. And Dortmund, the team that missed out on the round of 16. On this near side now, and Gachu plays a clever ball in. It's fired across by Matthias Kutscher. Well held by Emmanuel Chukwudi Johnson. Johnson now. They send it long. Just 2 up top. And there's a bit of distance between the front 2 as well. Flicked on towards Louis Lemke, in fact, who's pushing up, the 16-year-old left-footed player. Makes those rampaging runs forward. Oh, it's a late challenge on the number 10, Jonas Finn Hartig, but play continues. Hartig stays down, and now the referee does blow the whistle. And it's a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Decent position. Kelvin Ojo was fouled, and now there's an opportunity here for the visitors. The Hanseatic side with a bit of a sniff at goal here. Can they conjure something up? How about the delivery now? Fired in, parried away, straight at Hanschmann, who gets a good fist to it. Oh, 2 solid fists from the goalkeeper, didn't trouble him too greatly. But any kind of touch and that would have been a different matter. Clever ball. Samba Kanate now. What can he do? Oh, he can do a lot. Keeps the ball in the penalty area and then slides it to his teammate, but it's intercepted. Noah Adekunle was the centre-back charged with trying to deal with that one. And Kanate got the better of him there. Leipzig with Vufak. Brookman, too much on that one, it goes all the way through. Possession with Hamburg now. Simuel. Nanja has to go back to Jason Dean Bisimuel. Louis Lemke cutting inside, and he's caught by the goal scorer Abdul Al Khalaf, who goes into the book. A sliding challenge. Lemke trying to take up a decent central position, is scythed down. Easy decision there for the referee. So quite a few players treading a fine line now. Hartig's ball is good. Bit of an overlap here. It stood up to the back post. Nanja heads it back and it's onto the roof of the net. Hamburg. Bit of threat going forwards. Leipzig trying to take it quickly, but they've just given the ball back to Hamburg now. Well, the sun beating down on everyone on that far side of the pitch. Shadier on this side. Good head up. They spread it into the middle of the park. Hamburg now, they're finding some pockets of space. Lemke holding the ball. Some quick passes. It's a little bit over hit, but gets ahead of Vufak and continues the run, and down goes Jonas Finn Hartig, and the decision goes against the number 10 for Hamburg. And Lionel Vufak has stayed down. Hartig snuck in there, got round the other side of Vufak, and it's a tangle. Well, goals have been a problem for Hamburg. There's no nice way of saying it. Only 13 goals they scored in the main round in 10 games. Just over a goal a game. And they need 2 now. Nanja. Testing Vufak again. Vufak gets a good challenge in on Nanja. But it's that combination that's proven to be the most fruitful for Hamburger SV. Kelvin Ojo and the number 5, Shafiq Nanja. Henchman. A high pass, dangerous one, but Hamburg can't collect it. Leipzig sweep it, diagonal ball. One to chase for Tony Langsteiner, but he can't get there. Nanja has the opportunity to restart for the team in the blue and white under the flag of Blue Pizza. The old traditional merchant shipping history of the Hamburger Sportverein. The flag that's raised by a ship about to leave a port, the Blue Pizza. And Hamburg not yet really able to leave port. Vufak. Hartig again. The number 10's influence starting to grow in this second half. They need their key players like him. Lemke chests it down onto the right foot. Good challenge. Still not away though, and it's... Oh, what a save on the line. Unbelievable. Henchman and shoulders. How did that not go in? Kelvin Ojo. He must have thought he would have odds on to score there. Point blank range and shoulders sticks out a boot. Could have gone anywhere. But for RB Leipzig, it went up and over the goal. And that would have totally changed the complexion of the game. Had Hamburg half the deficit there. Corner's taken, and it's a bit of a strange one. Is it going to be retaken, or is that from the other side? Of course, Jonas Finn Hartig. Hamburg need to produce something as we approach the hour mark. The near post corner doesn't come to fruition. Nodded back, and Jonas Finn Hartig recovering from an offside position. Substitutions being made then for RB Leipzig and Hamburg. And it's the number 3 that's been replaced. Yannick Noah Schwarz. And on in his place is Ismaila Jamanka, the top scorer. So an attacking change for Hamburg. Oliver Krauser making the attacking change as they approach the hour mark. What impact will that have? Well, straight away, Ojo going through the middle now. Ismaila Jamanka coming to support him. Well, the first 15 minutes of the second half, Hamburg have been the better side, but Leipzig are strong and dangerous on the counter. Al-Khalaf sends it back, and it's a chance for the third. It's into the side netting. The fans thought that he'd scored, but Yoseku has put that one into the side netting. Opts to go near post. He can't beat the goalkeeper. Thumps the ground in frustration. Knows that was a big opportunity. And then that's his last action of the day. Delana Yoseku replaced then. Didn't clap here. Another top player, the number 29 now. RB Leipzig coming forwards, and the shot goes over from Al-Khalaf. Didn't clap here, can play centre forward. Has both US, American and Croatian roots. And 9 goals to his name in 27 appearances. Taking up a position on that left side for RB Leipzig. Hamburg carrying some threat in this second half. What they got left in the tank, it's another ball in from Lemke, and it's cleared away once more. Gachu. Ismaila Jamanka, 8 goals this season for the Portuguese Guinea-Bissau attacker. This is his 14th appearance. He's averaging a goal every other game or so, and they need him to come up with something special today. 30 minutes to save their season. Here's Ojo. Stands it up. Lemke's there, and it's calmly done. Good defending from the defender, Matas Kucha. Long diagonal. Again, no one there for Leipzig. They're struggling at the moment, Leipzig. Trying to play on the counter, but it's definitely Hamburg that are growing in confidence. A few seeds of doubt being planted in RB Leipzig's minds. It's going to be a test in this final 30 minutes or so. Hartig. Hartig is closed down. Al-Khalaf does well, but Hartig gets the last laugh. Here's the ball, and then the through ball for Lemke. Hanchman sends it long. A towering header from the number 19, Jason Dean Bisimuel. Extremely tall centre-back. And will we see him going forwards like we did when he played against Stuttgart? Yeah, played as a centre-forward and got the nod down on a few assists to change the direction of that game. Good commitment from the substitute, Ismaila Jamanka. Well, risky ball out from Hanchman. They're inviting pressure on themselves at the moment. And the shot from distance is past the post. Mehmet Yildirim taking the opportunity to try and test the goalkeeper. There's definitely a few signs of nerves here from RB Leipzig. Fizzing effort from Yildirim. And that's gone through. Leipzig. Klapia driving into the box. Gets past the first defender, but there's the next for Hamburg. Ball into the middle for Jamanka. Shoulders on the floor on a yellow card. Goes to ground. Hartig. Cross it comes to Ak Yildiz. Ak Yildiz puts a bit too much on it. It's deflected away. Yildirim trying to get it onto that left foot. Shoulders does well, stepping up and then pumps it clear. And up and under. Defender should get there and does. Or does he? No, he doesn't. A bit of a mix-up. Good anticipation from Samba Konate. No, Ada Kunle got his head to it, but such was the anticipation from Samba Konate. He was able to really put the cat amongst the pigeons there. Well, this tie is not over.
Die offizielle Zuschauerzahl belangt uns bei 212 Gästen heute hier am Kollerie. Vielen Dank für eure Unterstützung.
Goalkeeper sends it down to the left-hand side, but no one there for Hamburg. Kucha. It's complete different strategy from Leipzig in the second half. Not sure if it's intended or not, but whereas in the first half it was all crisp passing and nice triangles, now they're just tending to hit it long when they get it. Sitting deeper, inviting the pressure, and they do have pace up top, but it's a risky strategy as Hamburger get into the penalty area and Shoulders wins a goal kick. Kelvin Ojo did very well initially. Here we see the mix-up out of Kunle. There's a bit of a soft header. I mean, the defender and the goalkeeper were standing quite close to each other, so difficult as we go into the next drinks break. Well, Hamburg have options on the bench. Kilian Machado, the right back. Gianluca Bugaj as well, the number 7. Number 9, Olamide Mediese as well. Can play on the right wing, the number 9, Mediese. A couple of assists and a couple of goals for him this season. Jano Hensel as well, the number 15. Another right back. And Marko Hadnajev as well. The central midfielder also has bagged a couple of goals this season. Well, steady as she goes for Leipzig. How are they going to manage these final 22 minutes? We've certainly been witness to many Hamburg comebacks this season. Do they have another one up their sleeve? Fans of the visitors will surely hope so. Dangerous scoreline, 2-0. Momentum can shift very, very quickly in football. And Hamburg have often shown they can bag crucial goals in stoppage time. A reminder, if it does go, or if it does end up with Hamburger scoring a couple and drawing the game, we'll go into extra time. And then penalties. This, the crucial turning point right at the start of the game. Seems like a while ago. It's that pass there. And what would have happened had that one have counted? Vufak on defensive duties again. Ojo testing him. That duel has been absolutely fascinating so far this game. Oh, good feet. Nice little trick. Yildirim. It's deflected away. Ojo helps it along as well, and it's onto the roof of the net. Nice bit of improvisation from the attacker. As is back to the goal. Doesn't miss the upright by far. I think the goalkeeper would have had it though, Hanchman. Jamie Shoulders thumps it up into the air. And everyone looking for a ball. It's finally picked up and we're about ready to go again. Just a little moment. Play on the far side. Getting ready, the substitute perhaps. So Hamburg ready to make another change. Looks like it might be Mediese who's coming on. Good shot. Nice touch, and then the slip, and gets up well. Vufak, good recovery from Klapia. Well, it's on a knife edge at the moment. Leipzig have really changed their tactics, and Hamburg have grown in confidence. It's Barkowski. Barkowski runs out of green, has to go backwards. Challenges coming in. It's in the penalty area again. Just hooked clear, looking for Samba Konate, who can't keep hold of it. Hartig flicks it on, and Konate's on the end of it, and the high boot against Jonas Finn Hartig. And the substitution now is ready. See the board go up. It's the number 7, Jan-Luca Bugaj, coming on, replacing Finn Barkowski. I think it was been Finn Barkowski who turned the ball in from Kelvin Ojo's cutback, but unable to add his name to the score sheet today. Did score against Energi Cottbus last time, Finn Barkowski. Yildirim got a brace. Oh, good pressing. Almost wins the ball back there. Hartig in a good position, but it's Jamie Shoulders who brings it down the other end. Hamburg a little bit stretched. And the shot from distance just whistles past the post. Tony Langsteiner, once again, the goal scorer, opened the scoring. And this time with the left boot. Fizzes that one just past the post. That's a well-struck shot. I think it had beaten Emmanuel Johnson. Wasn't going to get there. And he's happy to see that one end up the wrong side of the post. Strong running there. Down the right-hand side again from Nanja. Hamburg have a corner. 15 minutes remaining. Plenty of time to get back into the game. It's fired in, and the goalkeeper gets 2 solid fists to it. Al-Khalaf turns it around the corner, and RB Leipzig are away. Chance on the counter, comes to the near side, gets there first. Gachu. And Gachu's pass intercepted, but he comes steaming in to win the ball back again. Al-Khalaf tidies it up. Klapia's effort is too high. It looks like it's going to be a triple substitution for RB Leipzig now. Jamie Shoulders hands over the captain's armband to the number 5. Kalterfleiter then taking on the captain's armband. Also, Jerry Warren and Ghana is coming on. And also Faik Saka, I believe, is coming on as well, the number 11.
Wechsel auf unseren roten Ball im Topfeld gegangen ist unsere Nummer 8, Jimmy Schuldes, unsere Nummer 17, Johann Gio.
And here is Saka. Straight into the action.
Und mit der Nummer 13 Volkan.
A little bit overrun, that's dangerous. Al Khalifa, cross it goes, and it's a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Faik Saka on that far side had a chance to really bury the tie. Louis Lemke was the player that overran it, I believe. Got injured in the process of trying to keep the ball. And a big opportunity for Leipzig to really seal the win. Just a heavy touch there. Really good from Tony Langsteiner. Al Khalaf, across it goes, and then the shot in the end on that far side. From, I think, Jerry Warren and Ghana, actually. Fresh legs for RB Leipzig, putting the press on, and they've won the ball back. Kanate round his man. The goalkeeper's come flying out. There's no one in the goal. Samba with a tight angle, and Samba goes for goal. And it's deflected away. Well, second time today from a tight angle. Samba Kanate's gone for it. Tinklapia was waiting in the middle for the cut back, but Samba Kanate only had eyes for goal. Hamburg player gets back well and makes the block. And Hamburg, their chances of progressing to the next round are hanging by a thread now. Good delivery, and it's a block on the line. Another corner, big opportunity. Hannes Müller with the header. Let's see that delivery again. Kutschka. In fact, it's Kalter Fleiter. Wearing the captain's armband now, the number 5, I think. Oh, and it's just past the post again. Cries of joy. They thought that was in. How far away was that? Well, quite a distance in the end. A couple of meters or so. And now it's Hamburg's turn to sweat. Bugaj loses the ball. Al Khalaf. And then Louis Lemke. His touch a little bit too heavy as he was being closed down by Kalter Fleiter. Everything getting very frantic now in the final 10 minutes. The tempo increasing, the intensity increasing, the mistakes increasing. The football becoming a bit hectic. And that'll be to Hamburg's advantage. They've got to try and force the issue now. Leipzig can't find a way out. Ada Kunle. Lemke. Lemke swings across in. Goes through. Is it kept in by Yildirim? No, it's not. Well, it just hasn't happened for Hamburg so far in front of goal. Got themselves into some promising positions, but despite the very early on in the game, they haven't really found a way through. Good goalkeeping and solid defending from Leipzig on the most part. Klapia round the corner. Wufak is in an advanced position. Al-Khalaf. He's closed down and denied his second of the day, but good running from Abdullah Al-Khalaf. Snuck in to win the ball back and then continued his run. Good defending as well from the tall defender, Bisimuel. And a substitute then. Janoa Hensel, defender coming on. So Jonas Van Hartig replaced by Hensel. RB Leipzig play it short. Langsteiner. Ball to Al-Khalaf, he can't keep it in. Faik Saka's ball a little bit overhit. But time is running out for Hamburg now. Nanja. Leipzig aware of his danger. Quickly close him down. Nanja still going and loses the ball to Samba Kanate. And Samba Kanate trying to trick his way through the defence. He's smothered and closed down. Good defending from the substitute Hensel, who launches it. Lemke. Lemke with the running. Trying to get into the penalty area. Leipzig stand tall though. Klapia. Klapia's ball. Clever ball. Curling it around the outside, but the space too small. Ada Kunle goes long. Pessimo out. And that tactic is coming back now, as we thought it might do. Number 19, Jason Dean Bessimuel, is coming to play as a centre forward now. His height, the advantage. And Lenny Franke is coming on for RB Leipzig now. And also the number 10, Manuel Abi. So double change. And that completes all of the outfield substitutions for RB Leipzig. 6 substitutions now. Kalterfly to Abi, Saka and Ganya, Franke and Klapia all on. Just Janos Konyoy, the goalkeeper for Sebastian Heidegg inside, who's not on the field from the bench. Hensel being pressed by Franke. Jamanka dropping deep, trying to get his foot on the ball, but instead it's the red and white of RB Leipzig. Saka slips it into Manuel Abi. He's in the penalty area. The ball in is quickly gathered by Emmanuel Johnson, who's been alert to date. Not much he could have done about the 2 goals. Played very well. Well, we're getting to last chance saloon time for Hamburg now. It was always going to be a big ask for Hamburg, a side that only finished 4th in their group, up against table toppers Leipzig. Say this under-17s squad, or last year's under-17 squad I should say, making it to the final. It's a really good squad that's been assembled here in Saxony. Sometimes that doesn't show up in results, particularly in knockout football in the main round, but so far so good for the home side. Abbey shoots and Abbey scores! Emmanuel Abbey settles the matter here in Saxony, in Leipzig, at Kotterweg. Hamburg run out of steam. The ball out to the far side, Lionel Wufak. There's no one who can close down Emmanuel Abbey fast enough, and he picks his spot and sends a really good effort dipping into that far corner. And it's 3-0. And it's over and out for Hamburg now. Surely it's too much. Well, I said you never write them off, but even I am beginning to doubt that Hamburg can come back into this now with only a couple of minutes remaining. The space is appearing as Hamburg poured forwards. Wufak's ball, there's no one there, and it's whipped into the far corner by Emmanuel Abbey. Excellent shot. And a goal good enough to settle any tie. 3-0 then to Leipzig, and they look ready to take the next step into the next round. Round of 16 quarterfinals, here we come. Well, it's been brave football, and they gave it a real go today, but they've met their match. A team from Hamburg. Hamburg had their phase in the opening 10 minutes, I would say. They really rattled Leipzig. And Leipzig grew into the game. They had a better phase, and then a couple of goals. 5 minutes of stoppage time is all that remains for Hamburg now. Energie Cottbus have got a win today against Kaiserslautern, and also Cologne beat Bayern Munich 4-0. Cologne, another really strong side at under-19s level, as Hamburg have to try and defend this. Adekunle comes across, Hensel gets back, but it's still with RB Leipzig. He can't get it away. And Samba Konate twisting and turning. Hasn't managed to score his goal today. Well, I'm sure it won't be long till his name is back on the score sheet. He's had a couple of good chances, both from tight angles. Second one, even without the goalkeeper, but credit to Hamburg, they got their defenders back to block the shot. Faik Saka. Lenny Franke in support. Given away. Hensel. Can Hamburg get a consolation goal? Wufak goes in. Lemke. Ojo being pressed by the goal scorer Manuel Abbey. Ojo into the penalty area, push and a penalty. He got around the goal scorer Manuel Abbey, who just leant into him. And the referee was quick to award Hamburg a penalty. Kelvin Ojo goes to ground. And then it falls for the number 7, Gianluca Bogaj, to take this penalty. Ojo down with cramp now. Warm conditions, they've really done a lot of running. They put in the kilometres, but they're still coming up short, Hamburg. So Franz Hanschmann has to try and save this penalty to keep the clean sheet. And Gianluca Bogaj, just to make this interesting, the final, it's a goal into the bottom right-hand corner, and it does make it interesting now. No, we couldn't possibly see another comeback, can we, from Hamburg? Again, they do like scoring in stoppage time. Couple of minutes remaining when it would be an absolutely spectacular collapse from RB Leipzig. But that penalty has just raised a question mark now. A half-raised eyebrow on this scoreline. But that would be quite an unbelievable comeback. There's a glimmer of hope for Hamburg. Up goes Vufak for the header. Oliver Krauser waving his side forwards, but it's RB Leipzig at the other end. Konate's ball into the penalty area ahead of Saka. Hensel, a goal scorer, Bogaj. RB Leipzig want to re-establish that 3-goal cushion. Good interception from Adekundla. Last-ditch defending. Lionel Vufak, who's played very well. He's been really tested by Ojo and Nanja on that far side, but he did very well in those duels. As we cross 5 minutes of stoppage time and a bit of tempers flaring now. Unnecessary. Yellow cards being brandished. Challenges flying in. And Samba Konate also going into the book. So Matters Kutcher with the free kick now. Last bits of action on a very entertaining game of football between RB Leipzig and Hamburg. And RB Leipzig deserved winners today. They have been the better side. Not much doubt about that. Had the possession and better passes. They've created the better opportunities and they've scored 3 very good goals. Sliced clearance. Abbey has it. Out it goes. Blocked at the near post. And Jamanka full of running. Again, Vufak is there celebrating the tackle. Hit long by Nanja. And too long all the way through to Franz Ferdinand Hanschmann in goal. And then the referee, Felix Thiemann, blows the whistle. The end of the 90 minutes, RB Leipzig wins 3-1 against Hamburger SV. A very entertaining game.